Techies and techettes, what is going down, everyone? Well, a brand new circumvent has hit. I've tested it out on AMD, and well, there were some alarming factors. It's not as alarming when we go into what's going down for as far as Nvidia. In fact, this actually definitely seems like a favored Windows driver in order to accelerate some things. Now, not everything is going to be perfect, but we're going to be getting into some benchmarks as our halfway update to see what ends up happening in the ecosystem between Nvidia and Windows. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see what ends up happening with these benchmarks. My name is Mac and you're the MacGyver 7 channel. So let's go ahead and get into some game related, technological related news. As listed directly down below, the old framework, which is the circumvent that is last gens, right around September is right when they rolled out this one. Brand new on the top is right around October 13th is when I noticed it. So if you've been noticing performance drops and you did a Windows update, go back and probably drop that down. But if you do see, there is going to be a step back from the framework, and the hardware accelerator on is going to be your favorite spot if you end up going with this, if it gives you some headroom with your GPU. So the basic test of the very beginning, when you end up going with basic 1080p, it's not going to favor that. But when we go to some extreme testing, it completely flips the script. It's very interesting. It handles it quite well. If you can see right here, what we're going to end up seeing is the framework above, the brand new framework, actually works really well, and especially with the hardware accelerator on. So at least it favors hardware accelerator on, and we'll see the difference, a night and day difference actually with the Port Royale test. Which you can see that 4K pretty much it favors the old school driver just a little bit, but it's not like drastic portions or having your blue screen of death hop into you. AMD unfortunately has been having that with the new Windows ecosystem, which kind of sucks. Had a few community members reach out and say, hey, yeah, I was totally affected by that and wonder what was going on. But let's go ahead and go to DirectX 12 and see what's going down with some time spy. Can't help but see that it seems like the standard completely wins in this, as the hardware accelerator is crippled when utilizing this. Though it is better than the last framework, but definitely does drop down with the hardware accelerator. So if you're playing DirectX 12 and 1080p, definitely without the hardware accelerator on is recommended. This one was a little bit more interesting when looking at the framework, because you see that extreme, and again, just the same thing with the DirectX 11, we saw the extreme portion was where it accelerated. Though you can see in the old driver where the hardware accelerator definitely beat it, the stability between the both toggling off and on is there. Now, frankly, this is where it kind of sucks, because when you look closer on the Port Royale tests, it just completely stepped back and the hardware accelerator is your only way to go. So what I am going to suggest to the community members is you can always go into Windows, go into past histories. It should be under all your update. It should be a little 3 bars underneath where it says for scan. And at that point in time, you can see the update list, and there's an uninstall feature that you're going to want to look for. Uninstall the update. Once you click on that, it'll bring you into like a nice little breakdown and just go towards the 1013. Right now, this driver seems like absolute trash mixing with the ecosystem that we have right now. But not as bad as AMD. I know I led into this segment saying it's not so bad, but if you watched that episode with AMD, oh dear gosh, it was horrible. I literally had to roll back just to get my work done. But everyone, hopefully this helps out. If you've been having some random issues, it's more than likely the Windows driver messing with you, not necessarily your graphics driver or something weird like the temperature, though that can play a part. It doesn't seem like the factor in this situation. But stay safe, stay classy, and I will see you guys and gals in the near future. If you're new to the network, you can always like, share, and subscribe. And if you do today, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, they'll make a Resident Evil where there's zombies involved again. Because the last few have been like more like Resident Evil 4 where they're all mutants and stuff. And I would love to see just like an old school random story about just zombies. I think that'd be pretty cool. But all right, everyone, see you in the future and stay safe.